Well, good afternoon and good evening, depending on where you are in the world. It's the morning here, and was up at 5 a.m. this morning to do a review of the papers. Now, the show is on at 6, so I was invited back to Talk TV today to do the James Max show, where it's a 30-minute show, and we do a review of the daily papers. It was an interesting one, actually, and they actually caught one of the things that happened caught me by surprise, and there are a couple of teachable moments in there as well. I will talk about all of that when we run the Fearless Public Speaking Program workshop, and we've got a couple of those workshops, a couple of half-day workshops coming up. So this was the show. Really great fun. So the way that it works is I go through the morning papers. I choose 5 stories that I want to discuss. The host then goes through and we'll talk about all of the front pages of the kind of the major papers and tabloids, and then I will come in and we'll talk more in depth about 5 of the stories. So what I chose for today, we had the Times. We're talking about shopping. We're talking about 19% rise in cost of food prices. Really interesting stats about sugar, milk and cheese. So we had a conversation about those. Story number 2, we talked about Dominic Raab and what was happening in the Department of Justice with regards to the allegations of bullying. So we had a conversation around that. We talked about the FT as well, in terms of India looking to outpopulate China very shortly. So we had a conversation around that and some of the implications and what might that mean also in terms of infrastructure and also future skills. We then went, where do we go next? Daily Express, and we looked at a bit of cross-party work. 2 MPs, one from Labour, one from Conservative, looking at preserving women's rights. And then we closed, it had to be done, with the coronation grumbles, where King Charles, I should say, is having a little bit of heat about people being left off the wedding guest list for the coronation. So, and there was one who was a bridesmaid at the Queen's wedding. So it's expected, in terms of tradition, she would be at the coronation. That has not been the case. And it was interesting. So it's a 30-minute show. I get my prep done around 5 a.m. I then send them the stories and we go live from 6 till 6:30. I was on the show last month as well and they invited me back. Really, really good fun. Absolutely enjoyed it. And so, always nice to be on. It was on Talk TV. It does stream live, so you may be able to find it on YouTube. But thank you to the Talk TV team for inviting me. Always a pleasure. Wishing you a fabulous rest of your day. For those of you in the UK, the day is just starting. In the other part of the world, you're transitioning into the end of your day. So it's Thursday at the moment. So wishing you all a fabulous weekend. And I think I might go and have a little bit of brekkie now. I had a cup of tea during the show, as one does, but even that's one of the things I talked about. Having a cup of tea is now becoming a luxury item when you look at the price of milk and sugar. The price of milk apparently has now outstripped the price of sugar, and milk used to be one of those really cheap commodity items where you go and get a great big gallon for a couple of pence. So yes. Right. All good fun. Now get started for the rest of the day. Today is planning day for the Fearless Public Speaking Workshop, because that's the first of the half-day workshops is coming up this weekend. We've got 2 days left, so I'm just going over the finals. I've also got something for those of you who might fancy doing a bit of testing. What I'll do is I will leave it under this video. If you happen to be watching this on YouTube, I'll put it in the comments if you're on Facebook. A couple of things I would love for you to have a little look and test out, as I've designed a few interactive pieces for the Fearless Public Speaking program, and I've put a selection of those on the page, and it'd be really fantastic. Have a look, press some buttons, let me know what you think. Any changes, any improvements, anything you notice that might need updating, very much appreciated. And of course, I'll send that out to everyone on my e-newsletter list so you have the direct link. Fabulous. Well, I'm going to go forth now, have a little bit of brekkie. I will catch you all later. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.